Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh to Professor Mahda Dr. Norizan. Me is Muhammad Kian Serban Saifullah and my team will present for study of the Parliament of Malaysia. For the introduction of Parliament of Malaysia, so for strategic information management, information is a key asset for any organization. It helps in making good decisions, planning ahead, and running things smoothly. Strategic information management, or SIM, is about how we create, organize, protect, and use information to meet goals, improve performance, and stay transparent. In this study, me and my team look at the Parliament of Malaysia as a case study as the country's main legislative body, and it depends on accurate and timely information like policy paper and legislative documents for lawmaking and oversight. In this case study as well, we examine how the parliament manage its information, including its internal process, structure, and system, to show why effective information management is crucial for good governance and policy making. So for the background of organizations in terms of Parliament of Malaysia, so basically Parliament of Malaysia consists of two houses. One is Dewan Rakyat and another one is Dewan Negara. And Dewan Rakyat and Dewan Negara is basically the highest legislative body in this country, which is under the federal constitutions. So since 1957, it has followed the Westminster system and has adapted over time to meet political governance and technological challenges in managing information. Unlike private organizations, Parliament more focus on lawmaking, policy debates, and reports that guide national decisions and accountability. Recently, it has started using information and communication technology to make process more efficient, transparent, and accessible, showing how public sector information can be managed effectively. So for Parliament of Malaysia organizational structure, we have four. First is bicameral legislative structure. We have central administrative leadership. We have key supporting divisions and legislative and oversight support units. So to make it easy understanding. So basically, the Parliament of Malaysia has a clear structure with two chambers: the Dewan Rakyat or House of Representative, and the Dewan Negara or even Senate. So each chamber has a leader, the speaker for Dewan Rakyat and the president for Dewan Negara, who ensure proper conduct and follow parliamentary procedures. So the administration is managed by the Director General of Parliament, who oversees various operational divisions to keep everything running smoothly. So the key supporting divisions include legal, IT, security, communication facilities, and libraries, which handle important tasks like records, digital system, and as well public communications. So each chamber also has specialized units like the legislative and proceeding sections, Hansard section, and Surgeon at Arms that manage document, debates, and order. Other units such as parliamentary affairs and committee secretariat certain oversight and transparency that make sure the parliament works efficiently and as well effectively. So based on my explanation, this is the example of Parliament Malaysia organization chart. For the nature of services of Parliament Malaysia, so basically Parliament Malaysia is the highest law-making body in the country. It makes changes and enforce law, debates national policies, ensures transparency, and even oversees the government to uphold the rule of law. And the Parliament of Malaysia as well give elected MPs a platform to represent to the peoples and address important issues. Parliament reviews budget as well, guides public policy, and as well provide governance and oversight to making sure Malaysia run fairly and as well more responsibility in terms of the nature of business of Parliament Malaysia. Personnel in Parliament Malaysia works with a dedicated team to make sure laws are made effectively and decisions are well informed. Member of Parliament and senators debate policies and propose laws, while the parliamentary service help manage documents and share informations. This team include IT officer, include librarian, and administrative staff, and all working together in the parliament to make sure it's running smoothly, transparently, and as well efficiently. That is the personnel in Parliament of Malaysia.
Alright, now is about the Parliament. What is Parliament of Malaysia? So the Parliament of Malaysia is fundamental pillar of Malaysia democratic system. It holds significant influence in shaping and determining national policy. Next is objectives. So the first one is enact law aligned with the federal constitution and national interests while ensuring effective executive oversight. The second one is uphold professionalism and accountability, deliver quality parliamentary services and strengthen the transparent democratic governments. So the vision of the parliament is to be an independent, authoritative and world-class legislative institution. So the mission is to ensure the professional, integrity-driven and dynamic governments committed to carrying out responsibility efficiently and in a trustworthy manner for at stakeholders, delivering high quality services to customers and adopting best practice in accordance with prevailing rules and laws from time to time. Alright, next is about the provision on strategic information management in the Parliament of Malaysia. So the Parliament of Malaysia does not formally use the term of the strategic information management but manage information systematically in its daily operation. So debates, motion and Q and answer session are documented in answered and official records for future reference and accountability. Alright, next is the significance of the strategic information management to the Parliament of Malaysia. The first one is the member of the Parliament refer to the written records and official paper when speaking during sitting, asking questions or reviewing proposed laws. It helps the members stay aligned with the early discussion and avoid misunderstanding during the parliamentary proceeding. So the second one is the across the different parliamentary terms, keeping records become especially important. Although documents uplink the past discussion with current work and prevent important details from being lost over time. By maintaining these records, Parliament is able to work in a more organized way and carry out its responsibility with continuity and reliability. Alright, next is the Parliament of Malaysia core activities. So the first one is the action of the ideas and discussion during the sitting. The second one is the raise question about the government actions. Member bring forward the concern from the constituency so that the local issue are discussed alongside the national matters. So the last one is to keep the written records of this discussion to ensure the continuity and understanding of the parliamentary work over time. That's all. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nur Atika binti Jumadi. Next, I will explain about the strategic information activities. So under this section, it is referred to how the Parliament of Malaysia transform raw legislative data into valuable national decision-making assets. So this activity involve identifying, collecting, managing and distribute the parliamentary information at a strategic level. So this process is actually very important because Parliament is not just a debating chamber, it is also an institution that produce official national record that shape law, policies and governance. So by managing information strategically, Parliament ensure the transparency, accountability and institutional effectiveness. So it is also allow the institution to adapt the change in governance while maintaining an accurate and reliable historical record of national policy development. Okay, next, in this section, we focus on the strategic information produced by the Parliament of Malaysia. So, one of the most important information assets is the handset. Okay, so actually the handset is a provide a full transcript of parliamentary debates, motion, question, and answer session. So, this ensure transparency and legal accountability because everything that has been discussed in Parliament is officially recorded. And the next is the legislative bills and act of parliament. So bills are draft law, and once it passed, so they become acts. Another important assets in the parliament is public account committee, or we call it as a PSC reports. So this report contain financial audit findings and oversight information, and it's actually helping monitor government's spending and integrity. And finally, we have a research brief. So, research brief are actually prepared by the research and library division that provide technical data and policy analysis. So, these are mainly for internal use and help members of parliament make evidence based decisions. Okay, so who use strategic information? Actually, there are six main group who use the parliament information. So the first one is of course the members of parliament and senators to prepare for debates and make a decision. And the second one is administrative officer to manage document and daily parliamentary work. And the third one, we have a legal advisor that used to ensure the new law follow the constitution. And the fourth one is the government or executive that used to improve policies and respond to the issue. And the fifth is the public use to stay informed about the national issue. And the sixth, media. Media use it to report accurate information to society. And to manage all of this, Parliament focus on three elements, which is the people, system, and information. So these work together to ensure the information is accurate, secure, and accessible.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nur Faizatul Laila binti Mugahalan. Today I would like to present the SWOT analysis of the Parliament of Malaysia, focusing on information and system management. First, SWOT stands for strength, weaknesses, opportunities and threats. Strength and weakness are the internal factors, meaning things that happen inside the organizations. Opportunities and threats are external factors, which come from outside organizations. Okay, next, let's start with the strengths. One of the biggest strengths of the Malaysian Parliament is its strong documentation system, especially the Handset. The Handset records everything discussed in the Dewan Rakyat and Dewan Negara. This ensures transparency and accountability because all the facts and decisions are properly documented and verified. Another strength is centralized repository systems, including digital library and e-parliament system. All important documents such as bills, select committee reports, and legislative records are stored in one central location. This makes it easier for staff and members of parliament to track legislative history without searching through physical files, so it's improved workflow and organizations. However, there are also weaknesses. One major weakness is system interoperability issues. Some departments still use separate systems that do not integrate with each other. Because of this, staff sometimes need to enter the same data multiple times in different systems. This causes delays and increase the risk of human errors, especially during busy parliamentary seasons. Another weakness is digital literacy gaps. While younger staff may adapt quickly to the new technologies, some senior officers or members of parliament may find it more challenging. If users are not fully comfortable with the systems, it slows down overall workflow, especially in high-pressure situations. Next, let's look at the opportunity. One major opportunity is the implementation of Open Data Initiative. If parliaments provide data in nation-readable format instead of just PDF, researcher and developer can create application to track attendance, voting behavior, and legislative performance. This will increase transparency and strengthen public in government institutions. Another opportunity is cloud integration. Moving to cloud-based infrastructure would reduce the cost of maintaining physical servers. It would also allow secure remote access and scalable storage during peak periods such as budget seasons. This would improve flexibility and organization agility. Finally, we go to the threats. One serious threat is misinformation and deepfakes. In today's digital era, edited video or fake contents from parliamentary season can spread quickly on social media. If the public cannot distinguish between authentic Hansard records and fake contents, the credibility of parliament may be affected. Another major threat is cybersecurity risks, including cyber espionage and ransomware attacks. Since parliament represents national sovereignty, it is a high-value target for hackers. A data breach could expose sensitive community discussion or disrupt legislative processes. As parliament becomes more digital, cybersecurity must remain a top priority. In conclusion, the Malaysian Parliament have a strong documentation and centralized system. However, improvement are needed system integration and digital skills. At the same time, there are great opportunities in open data and cloud technology, but Parliament must also stay alert to cybersecurity and misinformation threats. Thank you. That's all from me.
For our recommendations for Parliament Malaysia, of course, Parliament Malaysia can improve by sharing information more efficiently across all of their departments. uh, from our side, we believe that this information sharing that more efficiently can make things more easier to access legislative data and support better decision making. Staff as well should receive regular data skills training to keep up with our Parliament Malaysia technologies while using cloud services or even in data analytics that help create policies based on real evidence. At the same time, Parliament Malaysia should focus on transparency and strong cybersecurity to protect sensitive informations, prevent misinformation, of course, and strengthen public trust in its works as a democratic institutions. For conclusions, this project shows that good information management is very important for the Malaysia Parliament to work effectively as a democratic institutions. While Parliament keeps strong records, challenges like departments not sharing information and system not working together still exist. Just having advanced software isn't enough. Staff need to use it well, and system must be integrated. There's a great potential in using data and cloud services, but cybersecurity must be a priority. Overall, Parliament needs to improve how it manages information, of course, to make better laws and policies and to protect democracy in today's digital world. That's all from our team. Thank you very much.